What is up, good people of America and good people of this world? Matthew here. This gentleman I met, he told me about a movie called The Cross and the Switchblade about this dude, Nicky Cruz. And I just got done listening to Nicky Cruz's story. And I can't believe how many similarities there are in our lives. You know what I mean? Like my earliest memories. First of all, everything I'm talking about, I'm not, that's life. That's life on life's terms. You know what I mean? But my earliest memories, just like his, are of my mother beating me. And somewhere around 5 years old, my brother started following suit, because my mother was beating me and everything was going off our rails and, off the rails in our house. So my brother took to beating me also. My father, he didn't beat on me, man. My father, he didn't ever beat on me. I mean, he's beat me before, like, because I did something wrong, but he didn't just beat on me because he couldn't control his anger, his rage, and his emotions like my mother and brother used to do. And like I said, they're human, man. They're human. So I'm not, my mother had a very, 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 very hard life, a very hard life. So, and she's human. But, yeah, I'm just sitting here thinking back on my life, and it's like I've been fought like an animal. Like, while I was locked up, the guards, you know what I mean, several times fought me like an animal, put me in a cage with another man, and forced me to fight them. You know what I mean? Like, that's the type of things I've been through in my life. I was talking about in another story about the kid that I pistol whipped. I almost killed his buddy in jail. The guards set all that up. The guards set it up. And I went to that kid. I said, listen, man, I tried to give him a break, but the kid didn't believe me or something. I found out from his buddy before I pistol whipped his buddy. And I was telling him the story. He goes, I know that story. He goes, that's my friend. And that was the first time I was like, yo, do not. I got pissed. I was like, listen, man, because I'd already caught this kid in one lie. And I was like, do not lie to me. Do not play with me. Like now you're in the danger zone. Like, don't play with me. Like, there's some things you do not play with. And he's like, no, I swear I'm not lying. He goes, and he said the kid's name. And I was like, whoa. Because I forgot his name. I totally had forgotten the kid's name. And I was like, you do know him. And, yeah, when I talk about pistol whipping that kid, what I did was wrong. It was wrong. It was wrong. You know what I mean? God showed me what I had done was wrong. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. But yeah, like, I almost killed his buddy. Because anyway, trying to give the kid a break. I told him to go down. I said, I'm going to, it's a long story. But yeah, just thinking back. And like, that's the thing is, like, it's all normal to me. You know what I mean? All that stuff is like normal. You know what I mean? I've been I've been dead twice. I've been clinically dead 2 different times. One time for 30 minutes. For 30 minutes. And that's like normal to me. Normal. That's life. That's life. It's normal. You know what I mean? Motorcycle accidents, stab wounds. You know what I mean? Like Nicky Cruz, he ran out a shower of bullets. I've done that many times. Wanting to die. All normal, you know what I mean? And just like Nicky said, like, why? I mean, after I lost my homeboy Holly Boy, I was like, why? And Saavedra, when I lost Saavedra, the Spaniard, man, like, why? Why me, dude? Why? Like, I lived a much, much harder life. And I've been through more things than them, those two combined, and then some. Why? Why me? And then, in Nicky Cruz's story, he said it, man. He said, it doesn't matter. He said, because I was meant to serve Jesus Christ. And there was nothing the devil could do to kill me. And I like to believe the same thing, you know what I mean? Because he talks about trying to kill himself when he was a little boy. I did the same thing. I strung myself up and I jumped off the staircase. And the rope ended up breaking. I wanted to die. I was in so much pain. I ran and jumped because I heard you could snap your neck. And that's what I did as a little boy, trying to break my own neck, thinking either one way or another, I'll either hang myself to death or I will break my own neck, jumping off these 12 steps. And I ran and I jumped with a rope around my neck. And in the end, the rope broke, and there was no reason for that rope to, break. Like, I don't even know. Till this day, I can't understand how the rope broke, but it broke. You know what I mean? And that's where I was at by 9 years old. You know what I mean? 8 years old. I don't even think I was 9 yet. I was 8 years old. I just tried to kill my first human being, and God intervened on that. You know what I mean? Like, and I know to the average person, they're going to judge me so harshly. Please, please judge me as harshly as possible. Judge me as harshly as you feel like you need to judge me. I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? All that shit that happened at the church, you know what I mean? I know people are going to talk behind my back, blah, blah, please. You know what I mean? But just keep one thing in mind. Anything you're going to say behind my back, I would hope you would have the balls to say it to my face. Because if you really feel that way, come up to me and say it to my face. You know what I mean? I've never been the type to talk behind anyone's back. If I got something to say to you, I'm going to walk right on. I don't care if you're 10 feet tall. I'm going to look you in the eyes and I'm going to tell you exactly what I feel. Because I'm just built that way. I don't talk behind, gossip behind people's backs. You know what I mean? Like, and, that's not like a challenge or nothing. It's just like, that's the world we live in. You know what I mean? And it's like, and we wonder why people's families are falling apart. You know what I mean? While people are in so much pain and torment and loneliness, and because they feel like, because of pride, and because of people out there that if they do, you know what I mean? You do try to reach out and talk, and you know what I mean? Oh, what do you get in return? You get a bunch of scorn, you know what I mean? Hate and envy and jealousy, and because they're too weak, they can't do it. You know what I mean? That's the real reason why they hate. That's the real reason, because they are too weak to do it themselves. They feel threatened. Whoa. Ain't nobody going to be, if I got to be in pain, everyone else is going to have to be in pain too. Then when somebody tries to change and get out of pain, the weak ones, they lash out and try to destroy them. Oh, no. Ain't going to be no healthy people around here. We all sick, and we're going to keep y'all sick. That's their, like, whether it's conscious or not, that's the mindset. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sick, so everyone around me is going to be sick. You know what I mean? And, yeah, man, I've been at a point in my life, like, I want something different, you know what I mean? Like, I've suffered enough in this lifetime. I've suffered enough, and like, God willing, I'll be, use what I've learned in this life to help others. That's all I want to do. If I had my way, I would give everything I own right now over to these two gentlemen that I met and let them, manage my finances and, whatever. They can do whatever they want with it, you know what I mean, for this time period. They can use my, my cash to stack it up and, whatever they want to do with it, and then when I feel like I got my strength back, keep whatever profits they've made off of my estate and then just hand back what I gave to them. That's what I would do. And I would go into like Bible school or a cage. Like my heart is screaming out to go back to a cage. Because when I'm in a cage, I'm at my best. There's been many times where I've gone into a cage weak and I've come out solid muscle with my body like a weapon, my mind, body, and soul like a weapon. And like, yeah, I mean, that's what I want to do. You know what I mean? Get my strength back. I'm at my weakest point right now, physically, mentally, spiritually. Like, a cage, man. I'm like thinking about, like, seriously, I started thinking about, like, maybe I might just even orchestrate a crime, you know what I mean, that I can beat in the end, but just to go to, to a cage for a few years, you know what I mean, to do, so I can get myself back to, 30 pull-ups and 1,000 push-ups and reading books and educating myself and let my mind, body, and soul heal up, because that fentanyl, man, has damaged me. Not that my body won't repair itself, but it has damaged me. And I'm just being honest, but, the body does repair itself. So, anyway, pray for me and I'm praying for y'all. Peace.